Good evening, friends. In today's video, we will be doing clustering for our iris dataset using our Veka GUI applications. You can see I have already started my Veka application, Veka GUI chooser, and here we have a bunch of options like Explore, Experiment, Knowledge Flow, Workbench, and Simple CLI. So we are going to use this software to just show the clusters and how we will on over the iris data sets, and how we will do that we will see in this video. But before that, let's see the database first, data set first. So in the lower, I have already opened the location where iris data is located. It's under like desktop, and in the desktop we have our youtube folder. Inside that we have our iris data set. Let's open it, not using Vega, using our simple software like Notepad, and see what we see. So here we have bunch of information about the data set, about the publishers and the source. Okay, and here we have our attribute informations like sepal length, sepal weight, petal length, and petal weight. Class, we have three classes, and summary of the statistics that this data set deals with. So our data starts from here, relation iris, and you can see here we have our four kind of things mentioned, four attributes mentioned here, which is petal width, petal length, and sepal width and sepal length, which are real. And we have attribute class attribute, which is iris setosha, and these are the name of the class, three classes. Iris virginica. So we have a data like we have data point 1, data point 2. We have this kind of data which in the class is mentioned. Okay, here is the class, and here is the for value for like sepal and sepal weight arranged, and you can see we have bunch of data, right? So how we will do use this data set? We will just use the explorer of the Vika application. We open the explorer. Wait, it's loading now. Okay, here we have our Vika Explorer. I will make it full screen, and here we will use open file, and we will go to documents, from documents to desktop, and here we will go to YouTube folder, and here we have our iris dataset.arff file, right? So we just open it, and here you can see we have our classification ready here. So we have, if you just check out the class, we have three classes, and here is the mention of the classes. We have a number of items in those classes like count, weights, and you can see the petal weight, and you can have the values over here. You can see the petal length, sepal weight, and sepal length, like this. You can just exclude the data if you want from here. So we have 150 instances of in our data set. So we have already opened it. So how we will use it? We can directly go to cluster, or you can just use the classify to have our classification. So we don't want to classify, we can directly go to cluster section. You can see the window here, and here we have our cluster, choose cluster, right? So you can see we have our many cluster methods for our Vika, and we can see we have our X mains, simple K mains, and mac density based hierarchical cluster, and different kind of clusters available. So for this video we will be doing simple k-means over this data set. So we have chosen that, and we will just click on start. It's that simple. Alright, we can change the cluster mode to use training set, or build our own set. Like here you can do a percentage split or the class of the cluster evaluations. Here we can just change the parameters if you want. So we don't want to change it because we are going to use it the training data set, or the previously defined training data set. Just click on start, and here we have our output, right? So it's that simple. You can see we have the cluster instances, two cluster instances, which first one is 100, second one is 50, and we can see the classes. Again we have see the full data. and clusters. Okay, you can see the cluster 1 and cluster 2 here. You can see the data points and the average we are getting. Starting points at random, you can see the clusters are and starting points, k means informations, and all the other information visible here. And if you go to just visualize it, you have to use a separate program or the technique to just visualize it. I think it's visually available. Just check, we'll check that. You can see we have our different visuals here. I think it's for like simple width and simple height and everything. And here we have our the median line, right? So these are the things, few things you can check. And we have our output of the cluster here. So if you just use it, we will be able to just define the cluster or use to cluster to separate the cluster using methods, right? Using this method. And that's it for all. I hope this information is useful, and you will subscribe and like this video. Thank you so much.